The infamous phone call from Matt Eisenberg. I'm sitting at my house in the middle of winter, and I look down and here's Matt Eisenberg calling, and I'm like, what the hell is this guy calling me for? They had just won 3 championships in a row. At this point, we're not very good friends, and he says, hey, I got a guy that wants to play for you. And I was like, why in the world would you have a guy that wants to play for us after you've won 3 championships in a row? You guys are, 3 years into the league, you're just running the table every year. You guys have a great team. Why in the world would this guy want to play for us? And he says, well, I'll let him tell you that once you talk to him. And I said, all right, well, who is it? I thought we were getting some bum that, didn't get any playing time from X-Dogs. And he tells me, he says, Josh Kelly. I said, now I wasn't very familiar with too many names of the guys from X-Dogs, but Josh Kelly stood out. I said, Josh Kelly, like your best receiver, like the best receiver in the league, Josh Kelly? And he's like, yeah.
I would just like to state for the record that he learned everything that he needed to know when he was on the X-Dogs before he left. But honestly, super accomplished because, he won championships with us and then rolled over to you guys. He probably feels like, they're all from him. Josh, I know you feel that way. Obviously, it sucked when he didn't leave, but things happen in life. We still talk. I've said this before, I think, even when I was here last time. Like, one of the things that I think about anytime we talk about football and not being around is the relationships that we build. Like, I see him, baseball games or whatever, different things. I see you guys all around. Like, that's the stuff that lasts. And it's just really cool that that league has provided such an opportunity for relationships to be built and kept.
Josh Kelly, wide receiver, Miller Lite. I played football my whole life. Played football through college, and then afterwards I still had that fire inside. I first started playing with X-Dogs and became friends with Matt Eisenberg and played with them for a couple years, and then that's what made us come over to the Hagerstown League and then join Miller Lite from there.
We finally thought we had enough talent to beat damn Broadaxe, damn Miller Lite, and we get to the point where we've grown and pulled enough guys that are going to show up every week and that we're going to be consistent. And Josh switches over and goes from X-Dogs to Broadaxe. Josh looks like the guy off the Capital One commercial, and then he goes out and beats everybody up the field for a go route. Like, you finally think you got everything figured out, and they add another piece, and you can't be mad at him because he's the nicest guy you could possibly get along with.
To have to send him to you guys was brutal. I would have preferred him to just not play somewhere else, but it's all good. Honestly though, like team-wise, we've talked about this, like it was a great fit for him. And listen, I'm just gonna admit it, he got an upgrade at quarterback, so he probably liked that. From me to Grable, he got an upgrade, so he was probably liking that a whole lot. But
I loved making the switch of teams. So I enjoyed coming over to Miller Lite and starting a new legacy for myself and being with a new team and helping our team continue to win championships every year. Also, the biggest thing for me, like I said earlier, was the friendships. Like, I made a lot of really good friends that I didn't really know before, and now the guys that I would call up anytime and hang out with and enjoy getting a beer and grabbing food or whatever. And that part was just as much fun as anything else. On top of winning, of course, was always made it a little bit easier.
The moment he joined our Miller Lite team, and then of course Broadaxe, it was a game changer. Nobody in skill player wise made a bigger impact on my career than Josh Kelly. He was unguardable. He was just unguardable. He was fourth down. He was my guy. If you were playing off of him, we could go quicks, we could go 5-yard out, you weren't guarding him, and you can see that in some of the championship and playoff videos. He might have dropped the ball, but I don't ever remember him dropping a pass.
He was my left slot, and him and I worked real good. I loved slot screen left, and I think he loved it just as much as I did, because if he followed me, he knew he was going in the end zone. If you threw a ball his way in his general direction, he was coming down with it. Josh was something special when it came to receiving and catching balls and making things happen, for sure.
And I'll forever be football thankful for Josh coming to us. And we never lost a championship that Josh Kelly was there. We lost one championship when he was on the team, but he was not there for that game. So
I would like to thank yourself, Tom Hoffman, for bringing me on to Miller Lite. I think those last few years is definitely what helped make my career. I would thank Matt Eisenberg for deciding, hey, cool transferring teams, and hey, he was my quarterback for a couple years and got me into playing flag football. Ryan Grable, of course, because he threw me the ball. So, I mean, without him, that made it a lot easier being a receiver. I mean, I love playing with the guys, and every year our same group of guys kind of stayed and always added a few. But, of course, I'll thank Sean, because I know he's going to talk about himself a lot, but I'll thank Sean for the slot screen left. So I'm sure he'll bring it up a few times, but thanks to him too.
He's probably sitting at the banquet tonight beside Bree, and he's still open, he'll tell you. Bree can't even cover him. Congratulations on the Hall of Fame, man. Well deserved. Great friend, great teammate, great addition to our team, and the best decision you ever made was come to Miller Lite and the Broad Axe, baby.